This isn't good. What is going on?
The game is broken. That's what's going on. Well, actually, I don't think it's the game that's broken, but I would love to say it's our connections, but I know for a fact it's not.
It's not.
So
Don't know why it says
yes.
lagging.
So it does seem that we're going to restart the session, as they're doing it for our sake more than anything, which I don't agree with necessarily.
I don't agree with it myself, but I think they may just switch it to a short qualifying.
Yes, from the information I have been given, it wasn't by Michael, this was by Craig, but as far as I'm aware, because Michael left party, as far as I'm aware, we are going to be doing a short quali on the restart.
Yeah, it saves us going through the whole amount of go through 1, go through 2, go through 3 again, because it takes way too much time trying to set all that up again and go back through it all again.
It's
better off doing a short quali, and I think that's what's going to happen from now on, is just doing a short quali.
I have joined the session and they have got the settings on short quali, so it does look like what is happening.
It would help if I pressed the right buttons, but we'll not go there.
And I have a huge bug in my room. This is not fun.
Just as well, I had an invite from Mucka still.
It's a different lobby, so that probably won't work.
Well, if Mucka's in it, it should.
No.
Ah, it didn't. Okay. And you sent me the right one. Okay, sweet.
There you go. You should be able to now join.
Yes. Sorry for the disruptions. It's not. Shouldn't usually be like this.
Yes. Unfortunately, I don't know if I want to call this a broken Codemasters game. Like, just because of that, I don't think that was broken Codemasters game. I think that was.
That wasn't broken Codemasters. That was just unfortunate disconnects from me and you. Everything was working smoothly up until that point. Me and you just get disconnected.
Up until that point, yes.
We have to take it as it goes with a pinch of salt, and hopefully it doesn't fuck up again.
I mean, if it does, we will tell them to race without us, which will be an unfortunate stream over, but there is no point having another restart for us.
Yep. So, whilst we're waiting for this, are you excited for Forza, even though this is an F1 game?
This is an F1 game, but we're gonna talk about Forza. Why not?
Why not?
Yes, I am. I am actually excited for Forza after playing the demo. The thing I'm most looking forward to after playing that demo, though, is the wet rain, like the rain, driving in the rain.
Yeah, the dynamic system they have now.
Driving that Nissan on that track in those conditions was beautiful.
Yeah, but the only thing that I thought that Turn 10 should have done was, when it got wet and you were still on dry tires, that you'd start aquaplaning.
Yeah, but I don't know if they've added different kind of tires.
But we can see that because we do have open wheel cars. So will they be on all-terrain, all-weather tires like the Formula E's have, or will they be slicks and wets? Because that's going to be an interesting thing.
I think we're going to have just all-terrain stuff again. I don't think they're going to include tires into their new game yet, which is unfortunate. But I think we'll have all-terrain again. Which, yeah, disappointing. But at least they have improved the wet weather system, for one.
Yes, they've vastly improved the wet weather system, which is
and the driving physics in the wet, because the driving physics in the wet before were horrific.
And from what I've heard as well, you don't have sticky grass.
You don't have sticky grass. In fact, you have an assist that you can now turn on or off for your traction. This isn't your traction control, but there is a separate one for traction, which means that you can have it so that on different surfaces, your traction will vary. So if you do hit the grass, your car will become more slippy, for example.
Which I think is a bit of a nice touch, because I don't think anybody really liked touching the grass and get sucked onto it. Because that's essentially what it did.
Yes.
They've had that same issue from Forza 3. Because they had that issue in Forza 3.
They have had that same issue.
And they've never ever fixed it. It annoyed me in Forza 3. It annoyed me in Forza 4. I never touched Forza 5 because that was a dreadful game, in my opinion.
It was horrific.
Forza 6 wasn't really much better, and hopefully Forza 7, with it being so much vast with the amount of cars. And I just really wish I'd done a few more tracks, because they've got 750 cars and 30 tracks. Obviously, some of those tracks have different variations, but still, add a few more tracks in, make it a bit more better. Compared to Gran Turismo, which is a PlayStation game, let's get fucking more tracks but less cars.
Yes, that's the... Yeah, unfortunately, more tracks would be nice, but it's just... Again, it's getting the licensing, and I don't think a lot of people are going to give the license to multiple games, which is unfortunate.
Well, yeah.
The other thing that I found about Forza 7 from just playing the demo, I'm hoping it's not like this in the full game, but the AI/driver tars are still horrific.
Terrible.
I had them on the hardest difficulty, and by the end of lap 1, I was 5 seconds ahead of them.
Yep, same as me.
They are still way, way too easy. And even with the aggression setting, so you don't limit their aggression, they are still bad. I think it's the second you get past them in any way, they just back off. They do nothing. And that disappoints me, because it means that the career mode I'm just going to get bored of again. I'm literally just going to use it to boost money.
Yep, because the mod system's back, but apparently they've improved it a little bit. Not just that, your driver gear actually can determine how much you get paid out. So if you have legendary stuff, you can get more money and credits and better gear to put on.
Yes, I actually didn't know that. That's a good piece of information to know.
Did you not know that? No.
I didn't know that.
Oh, well.
As I do with most games, I don't necessarily look at everything. Yeah, as I do with most games, I don't necessarily look at everything before the game comes out, because I like to have some surprises in there.
And from what I saw on other YouTubers that were taken to this event day to just play like 45 minutes of the game, I think they have a crate system in it as well for driver gear. And I think we're actually about to be racing in a minute. Yeah, it's credits it costs, but hopefully they don't go down the route of some of these other things and have microtransactions.
I mean, they probably will have microtransactions, because people will moan that they're not getting the crates quick enough.
Well, no, because everybody has, like, by the time when they do like their own races and stuff with their friends and all, they already have like 40, 50, 60 million. So what's the point in spending real world money when you have all of that money? Which is sitting doing nothing anyway.
Because it's turn 10.
It is. But on Forza 6, I remember, I've still got it, I have like 60 something million sitting there just doing nothing.
Stupid amounts.
I have nothing to spend it on, because essentially, I have nothing to spend it on, because I essentially have every single car in the game that I want.
Yeah, pretty much. I have duplicates of pretty much every car I want. That's to the extent of which we bought. But we are now starting the session.
Yes.
About time. Yes. So we are doing a short quali, so by the end of this we will know exactly what positions people are in. Q2, Q3. And I believe it's a 12-minute short quali.
12-minute, yeah.
Yes.
So it's essentially Q3
from the previous game.
It's essentially Q3. That's what it is.
Yes. That is essentially what it is. Yes. I think they shortened the short quali from last session. I think from last game. I think it was 20, like 15.
It was 20 minutes last year, so they shortened it by 8 minutes.
It does make things more intense. You have
to
think about what tires you're going out on. I've noticed that if you have short quali, you still get your 4 tires, but you can probably get out on 2, 3 at a squeeze.
Well, it's what, a minute 30 a lap, probably about a minute 45 from a pit lane start.
Yeah, roughly. So you got to think 1 minute 45 plus the 1 minute 30 plus your in lap. It's
a lot. You're literally 2 runs.
You're gonna get 2 runs. You have a stupidly quick in lap, or you back out of your second flying lap. Your second lap, let's say. like your actual flying lap. So it's definitely changes up the strategy a bit. So as we're waiting for them to come out, who will be the first to come out? Predictions.
KS.
I
Outgoing.
think. You think it's going to be KS outgoing. Is that just because it's the person you're on?
No. Because he's always
Oh,
been the
fair
first one
enough.
out.
I'm going to make a prediction of it being. I don't actually know. My predictions. I mean, if I was going to be honest, I was going to say my prediction was going to be Michael, but apparently. Who was on track? God, I think Renault or Punma. I don't know. Again,
Was it Highs?
fair enough.
It was the...
So
Oh no!
have wasn't this cause? Oh, either way.
It was actually or
Or
something. There's nothing. So first Renault.
see what he does. Hope that the qualifying.
Well, if Q1 that with, then it should. Yes, week.
Here he comes around the final.
DRS,
As he
and
goes.
away he goes on his flying lap.
A little bit, but that's just a little bit wide. Doesn't quite get the once. I think that's going to have about half a wide. As he just heads into trickier section. Do need to turn it car fully well.
And there's fucking
A bus here very easy. I'm not gonna
nimble be mate.
kind of bus out. Pull off a little bit off top. Which is failing me. I mean, I'm part way. No.
Oh.
The final section. A lap. Opens up his DR down to 20. But
Now they're already
coming in
running quicker than the first qualifying set. About that.
most warmed up and they have to seriously what they're doing.
Now what?
Anyone got a lap?
Do you continue or do you pit it on?
7.5 minutes. You can. I mean, it depends whether you think you're going to get a better second lap on your tyres, or whether you think you can do it on. You can make a mistake on the second camera. Just get a laps in. To improve. If you're at the end of the lap and you're on a good lap, I would say in and then exit.
Me personally, in molasses and go.
That is another. It does give you the perfect conditions. In fact, and right at the last, you have the best chance of setting the best lap.
Well, Synod for another one.
And it is, and looking out, looks like becoming lap around this second. Have eyes the second much went. Improve these drivers. Pit a new set of.
Terrain is doing the same thing.
I believe I'm not sure if he's doing a second lap or not.
Probably.
Yeah, quite aggressive in lap. The time if this fast was to. I'll keep an eye on him, see what he does. Very quickly. Doesn't I believe he's on an.
I think he's on an aggressive end in the pits.
That is. That's what it's
Just about minutes left, the clock. So people
5
will be
minutes
trying to
remaining
come out, getting a couple of laps in, and that'll be them sorted.
Some people might want to get one lap in, make sure that they get their best lap, as that would start the race off. Do you want to start aggressively, or would you rather try to make your tyres last after doing 2 laps? I think it's based on what your race strategy is, really. With tyres on. A couple laps on softs, which is the 007 tool. So they might go back in as they position, but that does look coming out on these softs. Back into this. A few drivers have already gone back out, so they could lap these tyres.
Yep. So you could actually go around and do it.
If you wanted to leave it to the latest moment and risk only having one, you could just put it mark, but calling it close. As we can find the corners now, start there. As I'm on
Rock
big center who's DRS. Oh, you funnily enough went to the same person I'm on. This is that apex off. I'd say for just a little bit enough easy him as he keeps so fairly smooth, real mistake yet. Has he been going tricky and line and this we're going to see a lot more people make this, if anywhere. But managed to get the car corner as he's coming up to the front, left and right hander.
Charlie take match.
I like that. Use that one from that.
Actually, I think it's in Beck or Circa.
Yes, and that is the fake one. That's the reason I hate both Silverstone and you hate those. I never managed very well.
Oh,
the line as a I'm sure we've seen from that. I'm sure the game a little. Yes, we have faster than that. No, it's not.
Yes.
I can tell you. No, it's not because Craig has a 29.2, and I can tell you for a fact he has a 1. So there's your first piece of. So that isn't actually the quickest lap. The game have an issue there. It's still set by him. Is it? I don't know. The lobby seems to be mixing blood. Getting did get laps, so that means back there. No, the previous one. Looks like that could see 8-7 as far as I can see.
Or someone just says
8-6. There we go. That's that. As we have a tiring, they are not going to get another, and they've decided that's the end of the session for them.
I think Craig may one more, but he's.
Yes, that's not a be seeing any. Just even just before.
Wow. 25.
There you go, Craig comes into the finishing of that. So, we've straight up improvements from the previous qualifying before we had to restart, and people just kept improving. Say it's some very impressive time, these drivers.
Like I said at the start of the actual broadcast, that saw the track rubbering in. Rip. Hyde on a 22.
Yes.
I think we may even see someone 28.
I mean, we've had the flag, I believe, so I believe this is people's finals lap. A terrible sentence. So unless some of these people can set here, I don't know whether that flashed as him getting the quickest. 20 quite there, quick, decent position.
When Mucker gets spotted, he's in second.
He'll be very disappointed by that. As the 28.2 there, so we improved over his time by 3/10.
What?
That's a bit of a gap, to be fair. As that is the end of the session.
Yes. There you have it. Height with the pole. 3/10 of a second from Mucker. From Bruce Kingdom, another new scene tonight. With Michaels in 5th, from Synodge in 6th. BTS Digital is in 7th. Coman in 9th. Quickset in 10th. And JB rounds out the top 10 with Eyes the Beast, Animal, Kiss Out going at Rashi, and Elite Ryan rounding out your grid for tonight. Predictions for the race?
Predictions for the race. I think we might see a couple of the midfielders in the first lap, if they can get a good start, jump to the front, give a good few people the battle we're looking for to hopefully keep us entertained. Prediction for the winner, I'm gonna say.
Oh, it's blistering heat and sunshine. This'll be quite good.
Do you know what? I think we might see Height win. I think he might take it all the way.
Asla was the one that readied up before everybody else was ready. It's not a good thing. You have to be ready.
It's not a good thing. Everyone has done everything they needed, so we don't have to do a restart. Because if we do, that will be the end of the stream. Because I'm not going again.
Nope.
So hopefully, I'm calm with that. Some of these new guys quite clearly understand the rules necessarily.
Yeah. as we go to 5 red lights for the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix, and it's lights out, and away we go. It's in height, and Barry's coming up alongside them, and he defends the inside. It's a very good start. As we all get through quite behind. He's the best made it there.
As we have Michael going down the inside of us. Oh, there, to get the position there, which is very, very. As the Renault goes down the inside, Michael, the lip back, but he gets the position off of him.
So far, everything's clean so far, apart from a couple of bumps and bangs. As we see a nice little tune that I think make that. As we see the Red Bull coming up the inside of the. I don't know who that.
Have Conman with Craig Senna. Oh, as we got. Oh,
wow.
Not sure.
I'm not ever Martin. If you.
I will record some that from the Renault. Everyone okay to keep to that. As it's still containing that lead at the moment. Do you need back anywhere at the moment?
Yeah, for 10th and 11th.
Yeah, they're close.
Oh, big dive, elite Ryan on the inside. That tube animal as the side through.
As we have Craig Senna. Can't hold it around the outside. Looks like we've got a few battles going on with this.
Yes, I got
round three wide.
Started on the medium tires as he goes up and looks to Ancho. That 2 positions he gained, he's just lost in the space of 2 corners. It's unfortunate, man.
He may look at getting past him though, see if he can in that position too hard in these mediums, because he may be one stop for the race. As well.
That Rashi's been in the off. Must have picked up a bit of front wing damage or.
As possible. I mean, did first lines. Didn't expect to see him really. He's one of our contenders from last season.
Well, Rashi's not made a pit stop, but has. I believe that in term. Yeah, that was damage. Okay.
Yeah, that was some of the damage that. That's basically.
Yeah, a good. You'll be able to try and get got a good view of that broadcast.
I will. I'll get. But as the leader heighting a little bit from the height, very close. That is William.
Pulls his back mucker. He's in. I think equity between the.
Yeah,
I think was the closer as to the leader.
You are correct there. I think they're keeping it fair. They've got top ends. It's the race. They're only being lap 3, about to go on to lap 4. So they're sensible. They're under the more than on the track. Just keeps getting faster. He's at the fastest lap.
Yeah, the top have a nice gap to 4th place. Was actually Williams.
This is what they wanted to see. That's for sure. And then in 4th, we currently have Mike, fairly lonely on the track. Got a distance to the running. There's a bit of a gap to the guys in front. Got to keep it smooth going.
Ooh, Tube Animal's just retired. What happened there?
I think that was a moment. I don't see any damage thing.
No, that must have been manual retirement.
So that does look like a manual retirement. So anyone's guess there. Looks like we have a bit of a two-way battle here between Est and Craig. That's down the inside. Major contact. Puts Craig sideways.
Yeah, he's been
managed to do it.
Fortunately.
That's rushing it. It was a brave move, but
as seems to be the one that's lagging actually right now.
Yeah, there does seem to be him. He's being passed by trying to keep it.
Like Ryan's actually closing up to the top of KS, but I think KS is just pulling up slightly. As I look at the DRS, I think he might be on the inside. Backs out of it.
I don't think there was, because see from my view there was a yellow going through that sector, so that could possibly affect this race, as that is a previous glitch that apparently they flags constantly staying for the race. The hopeful thing that we're going to see.
Hope it's not like the version that we had last was broken.
Yes, we can only.
So let's see. Is there
thing that doesn't. There's a bit of between a Red Bull and a McLaren. It's out who those are. Thinking,
The Red Bull and the McLaren may be Senna and...
outside into a wall. He's retired. Craig, serious front wing down race. Picking your tired. So was that terminal as well? I don't know. That was terminal. It looked like he could have had.
His height seems to have had an issue. He's dropped from first to fourth. I wonder what happened there.
Ooh, that's a big drop.
As Mucka now is in the lead.
He's had the pressure from the Renault as well, which is he had a healthy gap to them.
He must have lost it under brake. I didn't actually get to see it, unfortunately. So he lost it under braking speed.
We both missed that.
But confirm our point. As we're only 5% in this race, and we're people. So lost Sinod, Bacon and Animal.
Yes, as promoted. Mucka into first.
Bacon Yum, terminal damage, and I think Mucka and Reapers must act with the leader because there's it was
Collision with him.
Hey Mayor, he's just left the session.
He's just left the session not complete. It wasn't. He has just let me rejoin.
Just the back end there. Did not have a very good. Paul had a good race.
He comfortable with be the heavier fuel that he doesn't get as comfortable with.
Yeah.
But so looks like the field is quieting down a little bit.
Yeah, well, as we're 7 laps in, let's just give you a quick top 10 rundown. So, I have in the lead from Brutal Reapers. They're having a nice little tune themselves, with Michael a little bit further behind and third. Command Man is in best behind him, with KS Outgoing 6th, Elite Ryan in 7th, BSD Digital in 8th, and 9th is Atarashi. Height and it is now in
it's just dropped.
His height's just dropped. That would be because
yes.
Yeah, left not retired. Possibly, who knows?
Right now, seems to be the only ones driving. The others seem to be either not in the sport, which is unfortunate. Hopefully, we'll see battle between cars as some cars start coming. Will start getting to the point of high on tyre wear. Speaking from experience, they may.
I just say that Michael is just pitted as well.
With a set of tyres into when he decides to the end.
Let's go on to the medium.
Like onto the mediums, so should to the know he's sense way he drives. He can push them a bit, but not, and they should make it.
It's a brave. I don't think.
Well, we may see some people do this of what a lot of the drivers were doing tonight, in fact, where they used their super softs and just the super softs and softs. But that did mean they had to make pit stop. So if they can make them work, pace, they last to the end, they do get extra other job.
But it's whether or not Michael can keep his at a decent range and burn them out.
Yeah, that is the main worry about while driving those tyres. On close to any moment on. I think everyone is a little bit shut out. Real I've had Mucka come in, he's coming out. I can't see what set he's on. He's on the softs. So he looks like he could be going for the strategy.
As Michael actually...
Wait.
I think... Yeah, Michael's just went past him as well. No, that was Toro Rosso, my bad.
That was a... I believe Mike is behind him still.
Yes, yes. As he's coming 3 now.
Yeah, he's not too far behind, but it's enough of a distance that I don't think he'll make up any on the medium tyres, that's for sure.
No.
But we'll see if he gain on.
Ooh, Michael runs.
Well, again, I think everyone's a bit spread out.
Yeah, they are.
No real major action.
We have Atarashi, KS Outgoing, who's currently on the mediums at the moment. Eyes the best.
He started on those.
Reapers.
So...
Yeah, he did. The other ones, Brutal Reapers, KS Outgoing, and Atarashi are still to stop And Elite Ryan 5th. Actually just been passed by Mucka on those fresh suits.
Yes. I think still waiting on the on 1 and 2 to pit as well now. So Brutal Reapers and Eyes the Best still to pit with KS outgoing. So Mucka should take them in the pits if he doesn't get them on track, as I believe they will shortly have to pit. Other than outgoing, but he should catch him fairly quickly on those tyres. As it does, the best and the McLaren are fairly close. It is still almost the best, so maybe on the pace in those types to set.
I have a broken. Ooh, it makes a bit of a dive there. So that's not good.
Ah, you're hearing the constant revs.
Thank God I switched to broken. Deal with whole max rev malarkey.
The Max Rose Malarkey.
As KS tries to force his way down the inside.
Clean. But now he's got to go all outside here. It's going to be a long way round, but he still keeps it there as he's pushed off track slightly.
And he takes the position.
But he does take it. It looks like the Ferrari may have back out after that.
Yeah. I think that's also hurt as well, because he's currently charge coming up as K a little bit wide there. I think Eyes the Best possibly may be coming out.
Does look pits. Eyes the Best is pitting, so that does allow Mucka to chase down outgoing, who sets the new fastest lap, in fact.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was.
He's definitely charged to catch. He did it quickly. If he to time.
KS is currently this is your battle for the lead right now. What now is drop Muck and tires out, but that may happen on the faster.
He does run a little bit wide.
No.
Yes, can hold. Manage to hold up Muck in advantages. Around the pit stops, they should both have to pit at roughly the same time if because Outgoing hasn't changed tyres yet.
As Muck's going around those, is he going to get the yes, with fresh and a bit
inside.
Yes.
That was very beautifully driven there by Muck past him quite quickly. Could have done it.
Yes, just runs all there. Even though DRS come back.
I don't think he was close enough to even think at the moment.
He's just getting dropped from Mucka.
Outgoing's just trying to get these tyres to last as long. So he needs to get what tyre he's going to go onto. If he goes on, he needs to make them roughly lappy. But if he's going onto the super softs, he goes to a 22.
23. So he's got a lot more 10s if he wants to use super softs.
Yes. I think we may see onto the softs though. He will lose quite a bit of tyre mediums and 2 laps and a bit too much. He's now
actually on still and ahead of Eyes the Best. This is a battle for
indeed on a set of softs now, so he's on 2 quicker tyre, so he should have easy pickings getting past this Toro Rosso here.
As he goes round side like nothing.
That was an easy.
Ryan is going to get DRS.
I'm not sure he's going to look.
He's not close enough.
No.
I think he may possibly be going on tyre. So obviously I don't think looking.
There's a possibility, but it will cost him if he does have to pit now. It will mean he's still doing the 2-stop strategy.
Well, there is 17 laps. So anything can still happen.
In fact, Elite Ryan's already. If the pit and come off those, he will be losing a lot of time. So I just tried it.
Yeah.
He may even make it to the end on those. So he distance as. I think again, everybody seems to have started again. I think that pit stops mixed it up a little bit, and it's roughly about it for a minute. As
run right now in the run as Michael's still on the mediums, but I'm nudging up to the back of Peoples, who's in third at the moment.
I don't know. The gaps. Reaper's pit. This is Shin. So he only brute pitted a couple laps ago. Any fresh set of softs.
Yeah, so he should just pull. He should just pull away then.
He should be pulling away from Michael, where Michael's on 5 lap out at this point, which still have good life in them, but they will pace of those fresh sets.
Yeah, we need to remember KS still loses a pit stop, so he does, because he's not pitted yet.
He does still owe us a pit stop.
He is the only one that's not pitted. So, as BTS Digital makes another pit stop again.
Another one. He seems to be having a little bit of an issue here.
Yes.
He has been off 11 laps, a good distance of. He made us go onto the mediums and try and just get it to the end now, which in fact he does. As far as I can tell.
Yeah, from what I can see here as well, Brook Leapers is closing up to the back. As well now.
He is indeed catching the back of it. Be a little outgoing. He made a little bit just to try and lose, but he'll let him pass so he doesn't lose self it. As we all comes down.
Okay,
no, he faked it. Did he fake it?
He's trying to let him.
Oh, as the Williams is round the outside, which does give him the inside for the next corner. And then it was, I mean, simple. It did look outgoing was trim past.
Yeah.
Tough one to call.
That
pass or whether.
Definitely a tough one to call that. But yet again, I think just too much. I don't see anyone that's battling at the moment.
Seems to have good elements between people just seem to be cruising around.
BTS did thing up to the back of Craig. Just. BTS Digital has actually another set of mediums. He's just in from here now.
Yeah, I think here.
I think everyone who's on the softer compounds goes another pit stop as well.
Yeah, the softer compounds and OS another pit, who has pitted onto should make it to the end.
But cars or anything. People
barring any safety cars or just, spins. Couldn't make the end.
Yeah.
We have Shay. So let's have a look at this. He's made the grid. Look at the moment it's going to start 16th and is set in 3rd, but still. I 11th is 6th, who has pitted and is currently sat on the softs. So we've had a few. Brian 15th to 7th, who is on the mid, should make it to the. So he gains positions of Eyes the Bear, one man. Depending on looks who is looking past Craig here. And he just through this section a bit nice. Look at having of it.
As
getting a better drive.
Yeah, drag the Red Bull there, but I think he may get as he's from the Red Bull of Craig Senna. He'll obviously turn the engine and hopefully over just not close. But he is going around outside. No, thinks better of it.
He thinks better of it.
Side by side with Craig. Who's going to get it?
Sadie. Oh, look a little bit into the bridge. The job has the.
As Craig said, nice little traction. That corner, I guess.
Have a look at the move again. Back in slipstream. Defensive, so Craig will have to take it around the inside to keep it for the second part. Doesn't it? It looks like has made the position stick. As they're still close. So we're the only two battling as of at the moment. I think we will concentrate for a minute.
Ryan's not far ahead up the road.
Give him a catch here to have a go at part.
Essentially.
Look. Yeah, house is still fair when I can see the commanding.
Pit. I'm going to assess. Just have a look at this pit.
He's pitting I think, set of softs. He drives well, should make it to the end.
Yeah, he has. He has taken on a set of softs, and is having to wait in the pit stop. Did he have a time penalty?
Pit stop go. Let's have a look. Incidents. KS outgoing warning. I don't. Did he make an adjustment to his front wing? Maybe.
No, because it wouldn't have any sort of time penalties.
No, I don't. I don't see anything. I think there may have just been maybe a slight mistake with the clutch to get him going.
Possibly.
I don't see a stop go, so I think that may have been more of a driver error than anything else.
Yeah. As he's now dropped down at 5th, so he has Elite Ryan behind
He
him,
is
but
down
he
in
is on.
5th.
But he is on older mediums.
Yeah, I'll go maybe in 5th, but he should be able to chase down a couple of people as he's on a fresh set of softs compared to Conman, who's on. His tyres are getting to the point. He's been onto those on lap 9. So those tyres are talking fairly warm. Michael, who's on a set of mediums, he's had 8 ahead of him. So you may see him close the gap to those two a bit. I think those two will owe us another pit as well. Is there anyone else?
There's nothing to at the moment, to be honest, because only there.
No, people seem
Spread out.
cruising around.
Just taking a little Sunday. Well, a Friday driver.
As we do. We're on lap 29. Let's give you a round of the top again. So we currently have Mucker, followed by Brutal Reapers, who is a fair distance behind him at this point. Then you have Michaels in 3rd, a fan who has outgoing chasing him, just set of softs, followed by Elite Ryan, who is on a set of mediums. Then you have Digital, Eyes the Best in 8th, followed by Atarashi and the top 10 Craig. A few people already give us 2 stops, which does kind of say they might have been struggling a little bit.
I think that was, he had an incident, I think, with possibly or someone else. Pit for a new wing, because I think Rashi took a pit stop as well very early on, and that dropped him all the way back, so they're just pretty much playing catch up all the way.
Playing cat and mouse, basically.
Yes. So far, it's been essentially plain sailing from Mucka. Started P2.
Conman has had to come in, change the tyres and a front, but he may have gained damage. Some collision of some, or was it just a mistake? Luck. I think he does stop go penalty there. I think he may have sped into the pit lane, yes. Rather unfortunate. Not a lot to comment on the moment.
No, not really.
Being that, Craigson are coming to the back of Atarashi, in fact. Of softs, mediums. I don't know how fresh each tyre is. I don't know when.
Was he up there actually? Gets away with it. And again has a lock-up.
Minor lock-up, just minor mistakes. A little bit of time.
Ooh, that's a big lock-up. That's going to injure do him any favour remaining this race.
Yes, with 10 laps remaining, he's done another little lock-up there. Definitely
Is Craig too eager? Is Craig saying it was a bit too eager? He got on the gas. He's just dropped back a little bit. And again, that rash.
Looks like he may be having some slight issue with those brakes. Again into there. This is a lot of mistakes going around this one.
When was the last rash he pitted? Actually, that's a good.
Have a look. If I go into the race director and go to Atarashi, he's been on those set of mediums since lap 13.
Wow, 7 laps and he's already locked them up. Wow.
Yeah, whereas you have Craig on a very old set of softs though. Been on a set of tyres lap 6.
Wow. To make the last 15 laps.
He's got by looking after those. He
is, but I think he may need to come in. I think he's going to come in and put a set of softs on at some point.
That would be best plan of his point of view. Put on a set and just try around.
He understood him through the S section, but he managed to gain more time to Rashi there. Still,
he was locking up again, so seems like he's doing mediums by those. Luckily, too many laps left, so they should make it to the end anyway.
Yes, so much to the end.
As Craig around the end, looking to a comeback, but just not enough of a drive. Oh, basically front end touching the back end of Atarashi. So close between these men. I'll let up. Look up there. Oh,
Again,
there's a big lock up there from Atarashi. He struggling as we're going down the start finish. Atarashi holding his Toro Rosso of the pits in front of them, who is on a set of super softs, so should drive away from these two.
Should be like last pit stop. Elite Ryan has got the mediums, so he's obviously couldn't take the mediums to bung on a supers and hope for the best.
Yeah, people here might just hit, but supers for quick. To be fair, that's a bonus point. Oh, big lock up from Alex Craig from died.
I think
in position.
Yeah.
But as we said, he should have to hit it, so he will lose that again. And he can make it to the end, but he would be very, very well. He does. Atarashi with a mistake there.
As Kate got up to the Michael. This is a battle we have now. Do you know what? You keep an eye on you keep an eye on Atarashi and Craig. I'll keep an eye on Michaels and KS.
Yep, it can do. At this big, he's driving a Wii.
Oh, as outgoing goes a bit wide at the section. He's been doing it times tonight, going a little bit wide at that section. Doesn't from a remade penalty.
That's made another huge lock up into the first corner. He is not having fun breaking into these corners at the moment. Craig has pulled a bit of a grim now. He should be comfortably sat in that position. Is there any development situation?
Yeah, he's lost a little bit. He's dropped back a little bit, but it's softs. As Michael is in a set of mediums that he was on since I think lap 6. Let me just have a check. Michael's is on. So made a.
He's made a pit stop.
He's just made a pit. He's just up as well. That's why it was okay. As he lap 8. That's when he changed tyres. Was then.
So he has mediums to the end, which is. Does this mean we might have people on mediums because maybe the time in these?
Because considering tracks not usually ran in this condition, it's usually ran at night, so the tyres a bit more have a longevity life.
I like it.
Yes, longevity. Fucking shut up, Hurry.
One was made up, but I'll let. Oh, Craig made a mistake, got sideways. In track, he front of me, but was nice.
Oh,
yeah, that's it. That's it.
Oh,
that is safe. Ow, that's fortunate for him.
Could have called it.
There's potential it could be the car. If the car is on track, I think line. I think just be a yellow flag.
Alright, okay. Need to keep. Yeah, again, at Rash, he's not having the best time on those tyres. He's trying them. As I think KS has kind of chewed up his softs as he's miles back there.
Yeah, a lot of time to me. Yeah.
So make KS
having
jumps. He is on the softs. But the 4 laps to go, do you know?
Potentially, I don't know. It's a one to call. I think if you've got the gap behind you, you know, maybe pick the fastest lap rather than try and chase down the driver mistakes. But if you think you can maybe even parlay out,
no, I don't think he has the gap because BTS Digital's just came around the second to last corner, and
yeah, that gap really
just line.
Just a.
Digital's just
that gap
now, so. But from the start to the term, this don't know exactly what that is. Good things at least.
It's not really big enough to think about pitting.
No, it's not big enough. You'd ideally want a 23 second gap between the car ahead.
You want a 23-second gap, not a 3-second gap, is what we're saying here.
As
So
we're
he
actually
definitely has to
winding,
stay out.
he's got laps to go now. We're winding down Bahrain Grand Prix. First race of the season we may actually complete, as we've had issues the first two
wonderful.
races. Yes, we've had issues at the first two, pretty much well know right now. It is pretty much dry from I think may possibly potentially dry.
Let's have something you think of the day. He's gone from fourth. He can keep that. That's a stop as well. That's a fair there from him.
Not just that, he has pulled off some very good moves.
He has pulled off some good moves. Yeah,
He did.
I think as long as he
did a double overtake on Craig Senna early, ran wide at the braking zone of 9 and 10, and got back. I think corners later.
Yeah, I think as long as it in these last, I think he got driver's point.
As long as he did, he golden. But quite a good drive so far for the leader Mucka and the Ferrari. He's been solid since the word go. Essentially, he's led since Hyde. I don't know. We may need to take him in, and when he comes up to the booth, which would be in balance. So obviously at the end of the race, have the top three, which will get a couple of questions each from myself and Martin, and we can discuss the vital issues of what actually happened to Hyde for him to lose the lead, because he was actually ahead of for quite a distance.
He was indeed. So whatever happened, it caused him to lose a lot of time, and then lost him for the race. And so a bit on that. But we're coming close to 27 at this point.
We're starting lap 28, so 27 laps have been completed, so there's
28,
laps to
okay.
go.
Because I was watching someone else. Yeah, so lap 28, 2 laps to go.
Sorry, yes. As Mucka is much in cruising mode, as he has been for the few races, right out there. He's been battled 3 in the races, connection issues, and so technically this one is going to be completed here.
Technically, yes, so he could be the first vital of the season.
Yes.
As long as he does seem to be at the moment, he's just definitely pacing at the moment, not doing anything stupid.
Currently has Flap.
Who currently has Flap? That is a very good question for every drive. Not entirely sure.
I do believe it is Mucker's point, as he set 1 minute point. I think one is near that. Closest 6 is Brutals, who's on 30.5.
I'm just going through each driver now, so if you give me a second, I will be able to confirm whether that is fastest lap.
As Mucker on this lap now is second, winding down the race, as there is only half a lap, essentially cruising at this point. Threat from, but he is run fuel, so that may potentially worry.
I mean, he had to chuck it into lean if needs be, and around point.
Yeah, essentially on the run down picker, as he's the last corner now, as he's on the back towards home.
Confirm he does have fastest lap, so only will he have points for the win fastest bonus as well.
As he comes out, it's been plain sailing pretty much, but across the line, Mucka, who takes the first season here
Mucka,
at
who
Bahrain.
takes the first win, which should give second. He does indeed.
As Michael comes round the final turn as well, he will complete the podium. And
he does indeed complete the podium.
Third place, as we have Jesus line. He gets it 4th, considering he last. And Digital comes across now with 5th. Call is 6th. Eyes the Beast, who did put in a decent solid drive today, Ferrari, and he's going to come home for 7th place. Ryan in 8th. Tarashi in 9th. So that's essentially your drivers, and the rest of them. Sir, I think left earlier. So did Hyde. Craig Senna unfortunately had a few laps to go. Taking Young had a DNF. Chubano, they've had
right at the beginning of the DNF for him, but unfortunately it goes sometimes.
Yes. So what we'll do now is comics and then for
asking Mucker, Michael, and I've already forgot who came second.
Reapers.
That would be the one, Reapers. I should have them all added, so I'll start getting them invited.
Drivers on the. It's been a great day for taking dip here and back. We'll get these drivers into and we'll get them as now celebrate being on the top on the podium for the actual finish. It's been, would say, exciting, but there are some high points and there has been some low points of this race. And here they all are. Top three.
Here they all are. If we can just ask you to make sure you include your audio before we get started.
Yes, that would be helpful.
There he is. Just confirm once that audio is included, we will start the podium questions.
So, are we all here?
Yes.
I mean,
Michael?
that's one. I know I've heard him. I haven't heard Michael. Ah, there we go.
Right. So, we'll go with the main man himself, Mucker. We've obviously had issues for the past couple of races, so what does this first win of the season mean for yourself?
I'm just looking forward to actually have a race that finished. Well, in fact,
I think we all are, to be honest. I think we're all are.
I'm glad to have a race that started.
Yes.
So, in light of that, so you were pretty much plain sailing for the most of the race. So, the one question I want to know is what actually happened with Hyde? Because you weren't that far behind him.
I don't know. He's put in the group chat. According to him, someone left and it lagged him. But on my screen, it just looked like he braked a dead stop in front of me, and I rammed right into him.
Right, fair enough.
I've no idea. I've got a clip recorded of it. But he's. I don't want to say the word that I'm thinking of. But we've been down the straight 4 or 5 times.
Don't.
That's just not acceptable.
Okay, so rather unconclusive how he ended up out of this race. As we go to Brutal Reapers. So that was a rather interesting race for you. You managed to grab second and then keep it. You had a roughly the same gap throughout the race after the final pit up to Mucker. How did you keep that gap pretty much? What were you trying to do to gain the time?
I wasn't focusing on Mucker at all because I knew he'd had it. You know, he's got the pace. He was in lean and I was in standard, and he was still keeping me. So it was just basically keeping the tyres, making sure I didn't spin out, making sure I didn't make a mistake, and making sure I keep in front of Michael. That's basically all my race was. And after the height incident, I don't know what happened there, but I lost a heap of time there as well. So yeah.
So it was fairly plain sailing, pretty much after that.
Yeah, I mean, incident. I was planning a one stop, and then the silly pit crew put the wrong tyres on, so I recovered it quite well. So it's all right. Yeah, it's not too bad.
You've obviously recovered it quite well, considering you managed to finish second place. Must congratulate you on that, for having a mess up with your pit crew. Now, as we move on to the third place man, Michael. You didn't have the best of starts of the race, but you managed to have, well, a pretty weird strategy. You started soft and then went to the mediums. The question is, why? The mediums? Why not go like most people do, softs?
Because I would pit a lot earlier and then have to go on. I pretty much judged it based on that. I was basically trying to do something to catch the top two, but it was no avail. They had way too much pace, and my race was quite quiet actually, just trying to get a podium after the height incident. Just not really battled anybody much apart from lap 1.
Yeah, talking about, just to touch on lap 1, what happened with you and I think it was one of the Renault Sinoj, I think it was. Because from what I can see, there was a bit of a contact and he randomly started flying in the air.
Yeah, I would say he lunged, or I wouldn't have said dive bomb, he lunged into the right-hander, which kind of caught me by surprise, and then I got past him, and then I think the lag was just too much on his own personal car, and he retired. He noticed that fact, so I believe he's getting that sorted for next week if he's back.
Fair enough. Well, talking about next week, we are at Russia. We'll be back here at the usual time of 7 o'clock here on the ATA channel. So, it's goodbye from Michael.
Goodbye everyone.
It's goodbye from Reapers.
Goodbye.
From Mucker.
Have a nice day.
And it's goodbye from Martin.
See you later, people.
And it's goodbye from myself. We'll catch you at the same time, same place next week for Russia. Enjoy the rest of your evening.